Hey guys, I know there's been some talk recently about October 15th from Zen Archer as well as Renetto about being Stand Up to End World Poverty Day. And I wanted to also bring to your attention that today is also another recognition day, one that we should actually pay attention to if you ask me. One that's also very important along with ending world poverty. Today, October 15th, as passed by Congress on September 28th of this year in the United States, is known as Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. Now, they have a website up that I will put in my tags. It will be right over there in my tags. Actually, probably in the description, not the tags, but it'll be over there. It's actually called www.october15th.com. And I'm going to read you the first little paragraph from the site about what it says and what it's about. It says, "Thank you for your interest in our website. Remembering Our Babies was created to provide support, education, and awareness for those who are suffering or may know someone who has suffered a miscarriage, an ectopic pregnancy, a stillbirth, or a loss of an infant. We hope that you can help. We hope that we can help you by giving you and all the other parents, grandparents, siblings, relatives, and friends a special day of remembrance. This special day of pregnancy and infant loss remembrance is October 15th of every year." So, I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing the ectopic thing right, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the definition of that, just in case you haven't heard it before, because I didn't hear it before today. I think I'm actually pronouncing it right, though. What it actually means is out of place, as of an organ not in its proper position, or of a pregnancy occurring elsewhere other than in the cavity of the uterus. I've never actually heard of one of these before. I'm sure they've happened to plenty of people, otherwise they wouldn't have it up on the site, and I do feel sorry for those people, but this is a new one to me. So the question now in your minds, I'm sure, is why do I bring this up? This is a rough subject for me. First and foremost, let me go ahead and tell you that someone at my church actually did a candlelight thing out at one of the parks around here nearby at 7 p.m. today. It is now almost 8 o'clock. I didn't go simply because I don't think I'm in the right mental state to be able to handle something like that right now. And let me explain why. Well, this is kind of hard to explain. So where to start? I have actually been dating girls, two different girls at the time, who have been pregnant, not by me. Whether it had been we were, friends, maybe heading toward a little more, and she got pregnant by like an ex-fiance while we were friends, but we're not actually dating or not actually seeing each other, or possibly the other one actually got pregnant before we even met and she didn't know about it until after we had met. In both of these cases, I decided to stick it out with the girl and actually decided to see where I could go with actually helping with this child's birth, raising, whatever. Unfortunately, both of those girls miscarried. I believe both of them actually did want me to have a fairly large part in raising the child, whoever it was in the end. I'm not sure if either of them got far enough along to actually truly be able to know. I think the first one might have, but I'll get to that a little bit later. So, in other words, I was actually going to be hopefully involved with something on this one. Now, I'm not into having kids, and I know that sounds kind of strange, but it meant a lot to me for these particular people that I was dating at the time, and unfortunately, let's put it this way, it's amazing how much it can change your mind when you really care about the person who actually is pregnant. So let me go into the second one first, and then I'll go into the first one, and I apologize in advance if I start crying during any of this, because it actually is kind of hard for me to handle. The second one actually was a girl I met not too terribly long ago. This relationship didn't actually happen too long ago. I think 2004, maybe, roundabouts. This was the one that had gotten pregnant, excuse me, before she even met me. And she didn't know about it until about a week or two after she had met me. And I know that's a short time, but I really liked the girl at the time, and so I really wanted to give it a shot. So I stuck around and stuck with her during everything that was going on. It was tough for me because at the time I didn't really know for sure what was going to go on, how things were going to be handled, if I was ready at that particular time to handle a child. So I didn't know what was going on. Unfortunately for her, the stress level that she had during this whole thing was way too high. Her blood pressure stayed too high. The egg could not attach to the uterine wall, and she miscarried. So unfortunately, though it was not actual from me, it wasn't my child, I consider that a child that I lost. And it hits hard. And like I said, this one wasn't quite as bad as the first because I got a lot more attached to the first, but I'll go into that in a minute. But like I said, I unfortunately lost one child here recently. Back in 1999, I believe it was, I was still in school, and was my senior year of college. And I was seeing this girl that I was like head over heels for, and I think there was some feeling for me from her. I don't necessarily think it was terribly deep at the time, but I think it could have gone somewhere now. We were actually hanging out a lot as friends beforehand, and her fiance had just broken up with her, and unfortunately during one of the times when they were trying to work things out, she got pregnant. And this one actually went a long way. I believe it went long enough for them to actually be able to tell the sex when she miscarried. And that one was really hard for me to handle again because she had specifically told me that I was going to have a large part in raising this particular child, and I got very, very attached to this child, and she was showing before she actually lost it, and I hate that. I really do, because that one hurt a lot, and it sucked because I had to hold it in for like, gosh, 2 or 3 years before I finally caught up with her again, and then she and I actually had to talk about it for a while, and we had a good cry about it and got it all out. I believe it was a boy. And so in other words, unfortunately, in that particular case, her fiance had all but given up on her completely. And she had gotten pregnant by him, had told me that I was going to play a large part in this child's life. And so I had gotten very attached to the child, and she lost it. And that one hit me hard too, because it felt like I lost that child too. So granted, I am nowhere near as bad off, I'm sure, as many of the families who have lost children of their own, nor am I anywhere near as bad off as the 2 girls that I actually dated at the time that actually lost their actual, flesh and blood, their children. But it hurt, and it hit hard, and if I really sit down and go back over the events, I can't help but starting to cry every time. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. Again, I'll put the website in the description. It is just www.october15th.com. I'm very happy that this particular Remembrance Day has been put in place. It is a nationally recognized holiday, not holiday, but nationally recognized Remembrance Day in the U.S. now. And I think that's very good. I think it's very important. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you all. Anyway, I think that's about it. I wanted to just tell you what day it was and tell you why it actually means anything to me. Because honestly, it's just hit at home. Not too close to home, but at home for me. twice, and it's been rough. So anyway, I'm sorry if I went on and rambled a lot in this video. It's just kind of hard to come up with the right words to say in these particular kind of cases, because you just don't know. But anyway, I think that'll be it. Just keep in mind all those that have lost children. And I'm going to go ahead and put the comments on this one on approval only. Not because I'm, protective of anything, but I don't want this turning into a pro-life, pro-choice, life at conception, life at birth argument. And sadly enough, there are people out there who will turn it into that. So I'm going to put these comments on approval only, and if you all want to comment, please feel free, especially my subscribers. I know all you all are great people, and I appreciate it. And thank you very much for sticking around to watch this whole thing. And hopefully next year at this time I'll be able to participate in some of the other events that are going on around this day. I'll be in a little better place emotionally with my anxiety and all that kind of thing. And hopefully that maybe I can spread some awareness to a little more next year. I will talk to you all later, and I hope you have a great night and a great week. Thanks. Bye.